Oh, yay! Welcome everyone to this wonderful Zoom with Marilyn Bradford and Dr. Imene Benzamouche. And I am Betsy, and I get the honor of playing with these lovely ladies. And we are so excited to be inviting you to this Zoom all about going beyond money. So we do have Arabic translation live, we have Romanian translation live, and we have Spanish translation live. So thank you to our wonderful translators.
How did we
And
get so lucky?
how did we get so lucky? And we'll put the links, the Zoom link in the chat in case you're looking for those languages. The recording will also be available. We'll send an email out. If we reference anything during the call, we'll put all of that information in your replay information. So without further ado, I will turn it over to these lovely ladies.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Betsy. We're excited. Dr. Imene and I were talking earlier, and if you have a question, and we love questions, please raise your hand. You can do that at the bottom of your screen somehow. I know there's a place for you to do it. And please have your questions around the topic of beyond money. That can be wealth, it can be anything associated with that. But we don't have all that much time. So this is not the time to ask a question about your left Zorch or your daughter who's depressed or whatever. Anyhow, thank you for joining us.
Love that.
Very excited. So
Indeed.
where shall we
Thank
begin,
you.
Dr. Imene?
Shall we begin? I mean, this topic is like it's interesting because we always see classes about money, and then we go to that in creation of our lives. We want to create the money. We want to get to a place where we are able to support ourselves and create the life we actually desire. And also, we don't look at what's beyond that. So this is kind of to open up a conversation. And Marilyn, thank you for just creating this with me and playing. I'm so excited. So I'm super grateful for you, and I insist on saying
it.
You.
And thank you for
As
participating.
many times as yeah.
So what's beyond money? I mean, one of the things we both notice is that people focus on money. I have to have the money, I have the money, I have the money. So if you're focusing on money, if you're obsessed with that, what does that do to your awareness? What does that do to everything else in your life? Really? And everything that is, can we destroy and uncreate it times a godzillion?
Why wrong it that pot line shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. And I love that because we have so much awareness. And for those of you who are new to Access, who are new to us, like just go check out the Access Consciousness website. And thank you, Betsy, you put the clearing statement website. What is it? But we're talking Access about how much aware we are, and we don't acknowledge it. So as an infinite being, you beyond your body have awareness. And then when you have this, I've been looking at this laser, when you have this laser focus on things, and then you cannot see anything else. And sometimes that's what we have with money. And we also a lot of times lose what we be. With losing the awareness of what is going on, we also lose what we be, what we can create as a life, as wealth, as the riches in life.
One of the things that I know, because I work so much with addiction, is what you're obsessed with, whether it's alcohol, being perfect, trauma, drama, any of those things, is what owns you. So if you're obsessed with money, you've made it greater than you, and it actually owns you. You can't be, just what Dr. Imene was talking about, you can't actually be if you're making anyone or anything greater than you. Now, that doesn't mean that you make yourself greater than anything. It's much more about, oh, that's one thing. Where am I with this? What's going on here? So what if you weren't focused on
everything that brought up? Let down for everybody. Wow. Right, wrong, good, bad, both vocal line, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. You were going to add something, Marilyn.
Well, I was just going to say, I'd like you all to just take a moment, and I'd love to see some hands up. If you weren't focused on money, what would you be aware of? And that's a question I ask all my clients. If you weren't focused on alcohol, what would you be aware of? If you weren't focused on your partner, what would you be aware of? But right now, we're talking about being beyond money. And that means taking your focus off and backing up a little bit. So if you weren't focused on money, what would you be aware of?
Everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that with all is joy and glory. Will you please destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Ooh. Right, wrong, good, bad, both vocal line, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And it's beautiful that you mentioned that. Like, we look at addictions as only the things that this reality defines as addictions, the alcohol and the drugs and the sex. But we don't look at our choices, the daily choices that may lead to an addictive behavior or addiction itself. And this is one of the places where you start to look at an addiction from a totally different point of view, where you look at your awareness. What is it that you're avoiding to be aware of? What is it that you're disowning yourself with? Where is it that you're losing yourself? So everywhere you have allowed yourself to give yourself up for anything and anyone, including money, will you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Times a gazillion.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pack, pun, online, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. We have a couple of things in the chat. Betsy, I'm going to ask you if you will monitor the chat.
Yes,
I'm not great at doing both.
I will. And basically, people were answering your question. They said one would be aware of different possibilities, and the other person said relaxation.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I love that comment about relaxation. Like, how much money would you actually invite in your life, and how much wealth would you invite in your life if you relaxed more?
Yeah.
If your body relaxed more.
Hey, let's talk about wealth. What's the difference between wealth and money?
Well, when I look at you, Marilyn, I'm like, ooh, that's wealth. That's me. I have never told you that, but this wealth for me, when I look at people's worlds and when I look at my reality, when there is a sense of that relaxation with money and continuous creation and relaxing into what you be, and including the money. So it is not about how much money you have in the bank or what assets you have. It is what you are being in the world and what you're willing to create.
Yes.
I wonder what it is for you, Marilyn.
Wow. Sorry, I have to tell everybody, my roofer showed up, 10 big men and 3 trucks this morning with no warning. So there may be odd noises and people knocking on doors and things, but
it's all good, actually.
Okay. What is wealth to me? Well, wealth is way beyond money. There have been times when I've had very little money and times when I've had what people would consider a fair amount of money. But wealth was always about what is the quality of my life? And what does that include? That includes my body, my health. What is the wealth of my body? Well, for me, it's treating it well. And that doesn't mean I don't sometimes overindulge in something. But, you know, generally speaking, let's have some vegetables and take a walk. And it's just like, am I getting sleep from my body? That's the wealth of the body for me. And wealth in relationships. You know, do I have relationships that are just like where one of us is up and one is down? Or do I have relationships where we genuinely care for each other? Just recently, I realized someone that had been a casual friend really had no interest in my life whatsoever. We used to go out to eat a lot because I like to go out to nice restaurants. And that was fine. But I really got, oh, it's just all about her and what she's doing. And I didn't make it wrong, but I was just aware this does not add to the wealth of my relationships. A relationship where you are not included, and that can be your relationship with yourself, does not add to the wealth of your life. So work, play, doing things that you love, creation, all of those things are part of the wealth of my life and my living, and committing to that, right? Recovery is definitely part of my wealth. I just totally enjoy it, enjoy being it, enjoy playing. But so many people are so focused on money that they're not really looking at what is wealth to them. So I would ask you all, what is wealth to you? What comprises wealth to you? Because that can take you beyond the whole idea of it's all about the money. Love to see some hands up. We haven't had a question yet. I'm stunned.
And you can, yeah, we can talk forever, but you can also ask, and it's so like this felt like we have been having this conversation for the whole week, and that's also like being aware of energies. How many of you are aware of the energy of wealth and can actually now start inviting, if not keep on inviting, if you have already started, keep on inviting that energy of wealth in your life. And
Yes.
also ask your body. I love to ask my body things. I'm like, hey, body, would you like this a second bite of this? Would you like more? Would you like more? Would you like more? It's this 10-second increment with your body where you don't have to figure it out as well. Like, how much have you heard about wealth and riches from this reality, from this reality's point of view, where the wealth is for you to have this assets or this amount of money in the bank, and then you think you have to get to that in order to gift your body things, in order to ask your body questions, in order to create the life you actually desire and acquire.
Yes. And what if you decided you can't have and be that keeps you focused on only the money? Have you decided you can't have a great relationship with yourself or with others? Have you decided you can't have a body that you love, or you can't have work that you, and I call it work play, I'm not sure which one, that you love? So because of that, you think, well, if I just have all the money, it'll be okay. You know, everywhere, everywhere.
It won't.
It won't, right? Everything that is can be destroyed and created times a godzillion.
Yes, right, rugged, that populations, voice powers and beyonds. That's the beauty of it. And we, like Gary has said forever, doesn't matter what amount of money you have, you will always have, like, people have the same money problems. So it's really where you start looking at where is it not a money problem, and where is it instead a possibility for you to choose something different.
Yes. And neither of us are interested in you not having money. That's not what this is about. We would love for you to have lots of money.
Yes.
Lots of money is
love
fun.
money too.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
It's just about
Oh
making
my God.
part of your life, not all of your life. And everything that is
Definitely.
good, bad, pot, puddle, and shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds.
So
And
Couple more comments in the chat. We have wealth to me is well-being and ease with all areas of my life. And someone else has said, be my best loving friend and be a contribution to me and others.
That's lovely. Lovely. And we have a question, and I'm not going to be any good at all at pronouncing the name. So,
Ibtihal. Ibtihal.
Yes,
I'll do the
hi,
Arabic
dears.
names.
Hi, dears.
Hello.
Hi. It's just when you asked about if you don't have a problem with money and these issues with money, I realized that I'm stopping myself with this justification that I need to have money to run my life, and then came up on my mind that if we don't have these problems, what are we going to do?
absolutely.
What are you going to do? I wonder, what would your life be like if you did not have what you are calling your money problems?
I will be so light, like I'm floating, then flying.
Everything doesn't allow that. Times a gazillion. Let's try and uncreate it.
Yes.
Right, wrong, get bad, podpok, online shorts, voice, poets, and beyonds.
Wow.
Yeah. Could you have more of you if you didn't have a quote money problem? When that doesn't mean amount of money, it just means if you go, okay, whatever. Would you be able to have more of you?
Yes. It's like I'm avoiding to be that aggressive present with myself.
Yes. Yeah. So everything that doesn't allow that, would you destroy and uncreate it times a godzillion?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, online shorts, boys, POVIDs, and beyonds.
And I will be
We do
so
that.
wrong. I will be so wrong.
What did you say, Ibtihal?
I
You
said
will be what?
I will be so wrong that I'm will be undefined.
Yes.
Can you also look at here that how much that is not just you? This is what a lot of us do. We tend to not be present with ourselves. We just let's put me in the corner and then deal with all of these things that like that we're calling problems.
I
But
would
what if
say you're
there was
speaking
something
for
else
a lot
possible?
of people. You know, you are not alone in this at all. Yeah.
It's like we are amused. I will talk about myself, and I think it's for a lot of people that when the fifth element came, so
Yeah.
many things will clarified in my reality that I was putting everyone and everything
Mhm.
before me, and I was defining myself with that.
The fifth element, saving
Yes,
people.
yes, saving people, saving especially everyone I love.
Mm.
So yesterday I just started to look at episodes about love from this reality, just to clear everything I am programmed about it, and
Yeah.
it all was about how am I programmed about or sacrificing myself for
Mhm.
everyone, everything, and for love.
Is it for love or is it something else?
There is something else. There's an energy of something else.
Yes. Is it, how many of us are programmed, and money's one thing and the fifth element is another, to have something that's going to take us away from being us and take us away from Wow, it's me. Wow. Okay, now what do I do? Help. I'm undefined. Help. I don't know what to do. Over here, I could save people, and over here, I could obsess about money. What happens when we take those things away?
I will come back to I will be present with myself, but it's more lighter now.
Yes. Good. Good.
So it's like I'm disturbing myself with this. It's like distraction, but it's a different name for everyone.
Yes.
How does it
It's
get
not
any
like a
better?
distraction. It's definitely a distraction.
Exactly.
Acknowledge it for what it is.
Yes, it's distraction, but it's have a sweet name called love.
Yes, exactly.
How about loving myself first?
Yes. How about having gratitude for yourself first? Total gratitude.
Yummy.
Uh,
Don't do that. Don't try that. It'll be bad.
I will enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, and I want to make a comment here. I've had some interesting interactions with people. Gratitude for yourself is not I don't even know what to call it. It's not like, yeah, I'm great. You know what? I'm being me and I'm doing that. That's not really gratitude for yourself. Gratitude for yourself is actually quiet. And that doesn't mean you're like, hey, you know what? I'm pretty awesome. But it's really a different energy that, yeah, peaceful. Someone I can see something in it. It's a different energy than kind of arrogance or, you know, anything like that. It's really about, well, you know, it's pretty cool. I'm kind of loving me. I'm kind of gratitude for me, and I'm kind of loving me. And yeah, I think I'll, you know, take a walk or read a book or have a sandwich or cup of coffee or call a friend or whatever. It is quiet. It is freedom. It is something that's very spacious and yummy.
And self-hug.
It includes that, and gratitude is also something where you can't really learn it from others. You have to go on a certain path on your own and ask questions and ask the earth to show
Yes.
you
Yeah.
what is gratitude. And then you explore it for yourself. And gratitude is a space where there is no judgment. Guess what? When there is no judgment, there is no addiction. And there is
That's
no
very true.
separation.
Would you say that again, please?
When there is no judgment, so I'll say it from the start, gratitude is a space that has no judgment. And when you have no judgment, when there is no judgment, there is no addiction.
Right. There's just being present. Thank you.
So everything that doesn't allow all of us to have more gratitude for ourselves, for others, for our bodies, for money, for wealth, for the planet. Let's just try
Yes.
and create all of that. Right, wrong, good, bad, both popular, shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. And, you know, when you acknowledge things about what you have created, what your points of views are, what you have bought as true, what if you also didn't judge that
Yeah.
and were grateful? What if you were grateful for that awareness? Because I see a lot of people, I think, Marilyn, you have noticed this is also when someone acknowledges a limitation and then they go and judge themselves, guess what they create more of?
Judgment.
More limitation,
Yeah.
more judgment, exactly. So what if you, being aware of what is not working, was a celebration and a space and possibility for you to be grateful and be like, ooh, I got some judgments here. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean,
Not making judgment.
if we're taking a walk and we step in a mud puddle, we're apt to go, oh, that doesn't work. And we take our foot out of the mud puddle and look for something else. But if it's about us and we go, oh my gosh, I was mean to that person, I'm not who I want to be, do we just skip the mud puddle of that limitation? Or do we hang on to it and judge it? One thing to know, anything that you're judging, you stick yourself to. It's like if you have no judgment and awareness, you'll be aware of the mud puddle. Oh, I don't think I'll step in it. Or, oops, forgot, stepped in it. Never mind, I'm coming out. But you don't have a judgment about it. But if you've decided you have this limitation, oh, I'm obsessing, you're sticking yourself to it rather than, oh, interesting, obsession. You know what? I'm moving on. So be very aware of where you're judging yourself for anything, because that's like, it's like glue. It sticks you to it. So if you weren't stuck to your judgments, what would you be aware of? It's my favorite question. If you weren't blank, what would you be aware of?
Ooh. How does it get any better than that?
How does it get
What
better?
if you,
Do we have any
what
other
if you,
questions?
I don't see one. I don't see a hand raised. But I guess with that, for me, it's like, what if you being you is embracing more that awareness and
Yes,
less of the judgments,
yes.
and more of that gratitude and less of the judgments?
And how many judgments do you have about the money that you have, or you don't have, or that you can create, or you can't create, or that you need, or you don't need, and everything that is, can we destroy and uncreate it times a godzillion?
Oh, yes.
Right, wrong, good,
Yeah,
bad.
wrong, good, bad, vocal, shorts, voice, poets, and beyond. You got a double pot pucker.
A double pod pucker. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Um, and it's awesome that we're talking, we call this beyond money. So how much do you get stuck in the judgments that you have with the money you have in your bank account, your assets, whatever? How much do you get stuck on that and forget everything that is beyond money, which includes the wealth, which includes the riches, which includes the possibilities, and also the money? Like, when you go beyond money, it doesn't mean that you leave money behind. Please get this.
Right.
You can include it.
You can include it always. Then let's go ahead. I'd like a volunteer. I think I'm going to do the meaning process with money, because I think that's going to open up things for people, because a lot of times we're not really clear about what something means to us. So can I have a volunteer? Now, are these questions or volunteers?
I think they're all volunteering. You can choose one.
Yep, you've got a bunch of people volunteering.
Okay, well, let's do, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Ipatel? Anyway, let's go ahead and do Enrico, because we haven't talked with him yet. And he was the second person. So
which one did you say, Marilyn?
Yeah, who are you calling?
I'm sorry, I got to put my glasses on.
Are you calling Enrico?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask him to unmute. All right, here we go, Enrico.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. So are you volunteering to do the money thing, the meaning?
Yes.
Okay. So for those of you who haven't done the meaning process, I ask a series of questions and I clear after the answers, and there's no right or wrong. It's just the whole point of the process is to bring up awareness. So I encourage you all to do this as we're doing it. Okay, so first question, what does money mean to you?
Family and problems.
Family problems, everything that
Great.
is. Everything
That's
that
great.
is, you destroy and uncreate it times a godzillion.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, PUD, only shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. What do you mean to money?
Nothing.
Nothing. Everything that is, would you destroy and uncreate it times a godzillion?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, PUD, only shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. Now, the next question is about sex, but remember that sex in this reality is about receiving. So it's really about receiving. So what does sex with money mean to you?
Clients and session.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Clients and sessions.
Lion?
Clients and
Oh,
sessions.
clients and sessions. Okay. Everything that is, would you destroy and uncreate it times a godzillion?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, PUD, only shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. And what does sex with you mean to money?
Saving other people.
So, the fifth element, saving other people. Everything that is, would you destroy and uncreate it times a godzillion?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, PUD, only shorts, boys, povits, and beyond. So that we'll go back around. What does money mean to you?
Happiness.
Oh, wow. So you can't be happy if you don't have money.
Yes.
Everything that is, would you destroy and uncreate it times a godzillion?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, PUD, only shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. What do you mean to money?
Friends.
Friends, okay. Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, PUD, only shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. What does sex with money mean to you?
Houses. House.
I don't hear that well, I'm afraid.
Apartments.
Is that a house?
Apartments, everything
House.
that is, right,
Yeah.
wrong, good, bad, POC, PUD, only shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. And what does sex with you mean to money?
Oh, mystery.
Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, PUD, only shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. Let's do one more round, and then I'd like to hear from other people what they got from this. Because if we're going beyond money, we have to have a sense of what it means to us. So what does money mean to you?
The planet.
The planet, interesting. Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, PUD, only shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. And what do you mean to money?
The whole family, the whole planet.
Okay, everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, PUD, only shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. What does sex with money mean to you?
A woman.
A what? A woman?
Yeah.
Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, PUD, only
this.
shorts, boys, povits, and beyond. And what does sex with you mean to money?
Escape.
Escape, everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, PUD, only shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. So do you all see how this works? Rico, what did you get from doing that?
There are more clarity and freedom on my head.
Good. That's the whole idea.
And I have a question about where the last question is if you aren't any problem about money,
Yes.
what is your awareness? It
Yes.
came to me, if I choose, I can be rich instantly.
Yes.
Don't choose it,
That's true.
Enrico.
No, I don't choose this.
No, don't
choose
choose
this.
and be that instantly.
Thank you very much for the clarity.
Thank you very much. That was great. Thank you.
you. That was awesome. Thank you both. That was awesome.
There was a comment in the chat that said, I did it along with Enrico, and it made it feel like all my associations with money were arbitrary.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
What does this say? Italians can't choose it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we still have
No,
some
I
hands raised. I'm not sure if they're volunteering or questions, but Sana, do you have a question? Okay, Caro, do you have a question?
I think you need to allow them to unmute.
Yeah,
Betsy.
I
don't
am.
know what.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I guess the question is, how do I keep my body from allowing me to have more of what I desire? So it's like the money and limitations with bodies and what could be possible there. So what question could I ask to free myself of how I hold myself back with my body?
So how do you hold yourself back with your body?
It's almost like, how do I not hold myself back with my I mean, there's always something I'm focusing on with regards to my health, my diet, or something like there's always something that keeps me busy from choosing new possibilities. Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
So are you using your body as a distraction?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything that is right, wrong, good, bad, POC, Panoli, shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. Is it happy with you doing that?
No.
What does your body have to say to you?
Let's dance, let's play, let's have some fun. It's so beyond time. Let's do it.
Okay.
Now.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's helpful. Yeah.
And
Are you willing
it's-
to dance and play? Oh, go ahead, Dr. Imene.
I mean, it's awesome that you said that. Your body wants to dance and play. And can you look at your life from your childhood, especially? Is there any time at all that you can perceive the energy of, even if you don't remember the event? Was there any time where you had joy with your body?
Yeah,
Just get a
absolutely.
sense of that,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? So what if you pulled that more into your life and body right now? You're already doing it even more. And you can all do it. Just get a sense of at least one time where you had joy with your body and pull that in. And allow it to spread all over your body and go through all of your cells, all of your space. And then allow it to occupy the totality of your being as well. What if you were not separate from that joy? What if your body was not separate from that joy and you only didn't choose to have it now? And everything that doesn't allow you to have it now, totally, let's destroy it and create it.
Yes, please.
Times a gazillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, buckle, line, shirts, boys, blovets, and beyonds.
Hmm.
How was that?
How does your body feel now?
That's lovely. I'm more spacious, more relaxed, and happier.
Cool.
That's
That's
fantastic.
awesome.
So a question for you and everybody. What are you avoiding with the obsession about money? Or body, or whatever it is? What are you avoiding?
Mm. Yeah, I'm getting true freedom.
Hmm.
Mm.
You would be so weird
Everything
and
that
so
is.
different if you allowed yourself freedom.
Enrico says, my father, avoiding his father. So everything you're avoiding, everything you're defending about that, let's destroy and uncreate it.
Yes, please.
Aw,
Oh, I don't
Joy,
think he's
hello.
avoiding anything.
Right, Joy, you want to come say hello? There we go.
I know he is.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
thank you.
One person asked in the chat, they said, what happens with those questions and I don't get any answer? Nothing
Well,
comes.
do you not get any answer, or is there an energy that you can't put words to? That's what happens a lot. We think an answer is verbal, but a lot of times it's just an energy. And you can just be, oh, everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, park, puddle, and shorts, boys, povits, and beyonds. And if you
And then
really
two
don't
things
get it,
help.
pardon?
Yeah, sorry, Marilyn.
I was going to say, if you
Go for
really don't get anything, ask yourself to become present. Generally, if we don't get anything, it's because we're not here. We're not being present. So take a deep breath, go into your body and be present. Makes a big difference.
Yeah. And it also helps when someone else asks you personally. Like grab someone and let them ask you that, because we tend to, when we have someone having our back and being present with us, someone that has the space of presence already, they can like not kind of hold your hand while asking you the questions. We tend to be more willing to be present when someone else asks us a question. So that may help.
Yes. And if there's no one around, ask your dog or cat, because they're always present.
Right?
But I've noticed.
No. I don't know if Isadora has a question. She has her hands up. Her hand
Yes.
up. Her hands up. Plural. All of her hands are up, maybe. Isadora, do you have a question?
I don't see her to invite her to unmute. Oh, now I do. Okay, there she is.
She doesn't have her camera on.
Hi.
Hello.
Do you
Hello.
need a
You
translator?
look so beautiful.
Did
Can
you
you
have a
hear me?
question? Yes.
Yes. Yes, I'm so ready to explore this.
I didn't quite hear that. Can you hear her, Betsy? No. Maybe
She
you can write your question, Isadora. If
Whenever
and
make
Emily
it
said
the format. Whenever I go on this outside and I think it's not clear, okay, I will write my question.
yes, I think it's your connection. I think it's your internet. It's kind of breaking. We heard just
Yeah.
bits of the question. It would help if we have it fully. And then Imene says that there is a question in Arabic Zoom.
Okay.
Do you want to ask it, Imene? Or is it a written question?
Hello,
Do you wanna-
everyone. So there's a question from Judy. She said, "I have a question. Is the credit card energy, is it poverty and debt energy?"
So I would say, what definitions do you have of money that create the separation and the judgments? And everything that is fully destroy and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poke, line, shirts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Because you're talking here about something that is a little bit outside of the topic of the conversation, but it's also just a little, like it just has a little bit in it. She's talking about credit card and debts, and she's asking, I'm just saying again for Marilyn, I don't know if you got her question. She is asking if the energy of credit card is debts. So I'm wondering, what definitions do you have of debts that don't allow you to create the money that you actually require and desire?
Yes.
And everything that is, will you just try and create it?
Yes.
My wrong in that broken shirts, voice poverty and beyonds. What if we can look at money beyond everything that we have defined it to be? And that meaning process that Marilyn did with Enrique is like, this is stuff that you may require to look at once and twice, 3 times, and a few times before getting to what's true for you. So what is true for you with money that you have not been acknowledging with all of the judgments and all of the definitions and everything that you have decided is right or wrong about money? Because when we look at debts, this is totally wrong. Like, why do you have debts? It's wrong. You're wrong. Card, you're wrong. It's wrong. So everything that is, you just try and create it.
Yes.
Or if you think it's right, same. It's judgment.
Yeah.
You think that is right, wrong, good, bad, pop, line, shorts, boys, poverty, and beyonds. Judgment is a killer, guys.
Yeah.
You can never change anything if you're looking at it through the eyes of your judgments.
Okay, say that again, please. You have these great statements, Dr. Imene.
I love it.
It's like I don't want them to get lost.
I let me just try to find it again. What did I say? Did I say you can never change anything as long if you're, oh, Fove got it. You can never change anything if you're looking through the eyes of judgments.
That's exactly right. If you have a judgment about anything, you're stuck with it. If you can get beyond it to interesting point of view, I judge this, interesting point of view, I'd have a judgment about credit card debt, interesting point of view, I'd have a judgment about anything. Then you have a possibility of changing it because it creates space. Anytime you have a judgment, it's like glue. You're stuck to it. So everywhere any of you are stuck to any judgments, would you destroy and uncreate that times a godzillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, backbone, only shorts, boys, poets, and beyond.
I love it. Anytime you go to right, wrong, remember, you're stuck to it like a glue. Like this. I'll remember your face, Marilyn. Like, I'll get over my judgment. And you know, we talk a lot about judgments in Right Recovery for You classes, and you don't know how much your judgments are affecting your life and living until you just sit down and look at them. Like, we literally build our lives, build our money realities based on a judgment reality. And we think that just because we've got the right judgment, then we're good.
Right judgment
Nope.
for you.
Right judgment for you. Nope, you're still glued. And the other side of judgment, if you would like to get out of judgment, you have to be more and more and more in question.
Yes.
So what questions can you ask with the credit card, with the money, with whatever you want to spend money on, with whatever money you would like to create, with your business? What questions can you start asking yourself and the business and the money and the thing that you're buying, and the account that you're going to open? What questions can you ask to get the awareness instead of going into judgment.
Yes.
And everything that is.
All right, wrong,
And
good,
all the
bad, talk, fun, orange,
electromagnetics
short, sports,
gluing that.
and beyond. Yes, and anytime you have, one thing to be aware of, anytime you have this like, one way or the other, positive or negative, you're probably in judgment.
Uh-huh.
And then you can ask,
Yep.
oh, okay, am I in judgment? Oh, yes. Okay, so what's the judgment and what can I be and do to have interesting point of view with this? And the other thing is, I learned this today. I had a conversation earlier with a friend in Access, and I realized there was this whole area I hadn't looked at. Oh, wow. Okay. Never, ever, 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 ever give up the willingness to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
Open to something else. Because without knowing it, my judgment was, oh, I've got this covered. Well, I didn't. And that's okay too. I'm happy to expand more. So please, 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 in your life, just go, okay, so what else, not just what else can I be aware of within this dome that I've created, but what else can I be aware of beyond what I've decided I know? It's really, really helpful. Anyway, everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, online, shorts, boys, pulpits, and beyonds.
Yes, that's awesome. And I love the comment. Marco says, unglue your life. What we'll do, right judgment for your classes.
Right
and
judgment
with the
for you.
tagline,
Exactly. Right
unglue your life.
Unglue your life. Yeah. And it's so easy to get into judgment because that's what this reality, the big five, the electromagnetic energies and personalities, the AIs, that's what they want you to be and do, is to judge. Sorry, not happening here. The joy of judgment.
Joy of judgment. I like that. I actually like that. The joy of judgment.
Joy
and
of judgment.
If for those of you who are new to even looking at judgments and don't know when you are judging, start noticing the energy that you're being at a certain moment. If it's heavy at all, if it has a heaviness to it, there is a big possibility here that there is judgment within it.
Yes. And we have time for one more question, and there's a hand raised.
Ibtihal, what is your question?
Okay. Hi. It's about when you said about money, this energy about the source of money, that sometimes, like in my culture, like the forbidden sources and allow sources. So this energy came so aggressive that there is forbidden sources. So I shouldn't take money from these sources, and it's just money. But maybe I'm in my mind that no, I shouldn't. How can I untrain myself from that?
My cat is making an appearance. So everywhere you've decided that they're forbidden sources, would you destroy and uncreate that times a godzillion?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, and short, sports, provets, and beyonds. Here's the thing. You can only receive from anywhere or anything or anybody that you don't judge. But forbidden sources is a judgment.
Yes, but it's like it's a religion issue. But now I know it's just money.
Yeah.
Because when I think about it, it's like there is other issues that have the similar way, but they call it different name. So yes, it's just judgment.
Yeah.
And please know as well that people will do anything and to define things. This is
Yes.
what this reality does. This is what culture does. We need to define things to make them fit into what we have decided is the correct judgment. And then you coming into this world, into this sweet body, start downloading all of these energies into your world, and nobody explains anything to you. Then you try to go outside to the world and try to understand or create a reality beyond beyond money, beyond these judgments. Well, what if you started by acknowledging it's kind of fucked up? Like, what you guys have been doing around here is not exactly what I am aware of as an infinite being. So how about you go into, if I was being me, what would I choose?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I love it. It's just a question come to my head that if someone have a money and he told me that it's a stolen money and I want to give it to you, what would I do? And when you said the question, I will ask myself, if it's truly being me, what would I do?
Well, and also ask, if I take this, what does that create? If I don't take it, what does that create? You can ask questions about what an action will create. And I think that's really helpful.
How does it get any better?
How does it get any better?
Thank you.
And just sit down with yourself and do the bottom talking a little bit about what you decided is right and wrong, and then you will know. I think there's a story about Gary. I'm not sure, Marilyn, maybe you know about it. He said, I think he said something about him being a kid in a supermarket, and then he just knew that taking things, he didn't know anything about right or wrong, but he knew that taking things without paying for them was not exactly the thing that he wanted to do. I don't know. Have you ever heard this?
No, however, it does
from
resonate
him.
because I love that you brought that up. It's the difference between going to what you're told this reality is right and wrong and just being aware. Yeah, stealing it's not actually light. It's not, it's just that going to your knowing of things versus what this reality tells you should do or shouldn't do.
Yeah. So everything that you have learned that is right or wrong, that is not allowing you to know what will create greater for you and the planet and the world, will you revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, line, shirts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And I would love for you, Marilyn, to talk about this. I'm not sure what is Isadora's question. It's a little bit outside of the topic, Isadora, but there is the beginning of your question that maybe we can address. Is it about the meaning process where Marilyn was asking about the sex? Because she did talk about it, but maybe Marilyn, you can go give a little bit of explanation of what is the sex with money. And
well, sex with money is about receiving,
process.
and I'm just looking at the chat and looking at her question. If someone's booking a session with you and you have a sense that the energy is not great, don't book the session. Say, I'm so sorry, I'm busy. You always have the right to say no with no judgment. And so just be aware when someone's booking a session with you, go, okay, so if I book this session, what will that create? If I don't book the session, what does that create? So I was a psychotherapist for years. And one of the types of people, I mean, this is so backwards from Access, but one of the categories of people I would not work with was borderline personality disorders. So if someone that I could tell, I just had this, I mean, I worked at a psych hospital. I've been doing this a long time. But anyhow, if someone was a borderline and wanted to book a session, I would just be, you know what, I'm so sorry, I don't think this is a good fit. Let me refer you to someone else. It doesn't have to create trauma drama in your life at all. You just ask anytime someone's trying to book a session. So truth, if I take on this person, if I take this session, what will my life and their life be like in 5 years? If I don't, what will my life and their life be like in 5 years? Refer them to someone else. There's no reason that you actually have to book someone because they want to book with you. It's always a choice. So that's what I would say.
Yeah. And that's where you start creating a reality beyond money, because you're not just doing it for the money. You're doing
Yes.
it to create something in their world and your world.
And your world.
And just because they are paying you money doesn't mean you have to say yes.
Okay, so one last thing, because we're out of time. Being beyond money also means you don't have to take money just because it's offered. You can say no, or you can say yes and ask for more, but you're in charge. That's the thing to remember. You are in charge. So,
And please know, you in that sense, you're in charge of your whole life. You
yes.
can create anything that you would like with the money and beyond the money. So what if you started also getting clear on what it is you desire? What kind of life would you like? What kind of life would your body like?
Mhm.
What would you like to be, do, create? And you don't have to figure it out now. You can start by asking these questions and get a sense of every time there is something that comes into your life and it has more of that sense of what you would like, and it brings you that joy.
Mhm. Joy
Go for
is so much of it. Thank you so much for joining this call. And Betsy, you're going to talk about some of the things that Dr. Imene and I have coming up and what's possible.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so if you would like more, I feel like there's an echo or a delay. If you would like more on this money conversation, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. These lovely ladies are facilitating a 4-part money to money or not to money beginning in January. And everything that I mentioned, we will have links in the replay that goes out, but you are warmly invited to come really so you guys can see how much more diving into this subject we can do. And the link is in the chat. Thank you, Fove. To Money or Not to Money, 4-part series that begins in January to play with these lovely ladies some more. And there are so many amazing creations coming up. Imene, would you like to tell people a little bit about some of the things you have, and then we'll tell people about some of the things Marilyn's got coming up besides the 4-part call?
Yes, I have a few live classes in Saudi. Actually, I'm gonna have a whole month in Saudi. I'm gonna stay in Saudi and I'm gonna enjoy Saudi. And every week I have a little bit of something different. So I have an RDD class, I have a foundation class, I have a business done different class, and we also have a meet and greet on the 12th. So anyone that is in Riyadh, I would love to see you there.
That's awesome. What is RDD, just in case somebody doesn't know?
Relationships done different class, and then the BDD is business done different.
Love that. So how can people find out more about you?
You can go to my website, imenebenzamouche.com, but you can also go to my Instagram, which is Dr. Imene Benzamouche. Yeah, Instagram. I mean, if you know my name, if you know how to write my name, just write it anywhere. You will find me.
And if you don't,
algorithms will, and that if you don't, you can also email, same name at gmail.com, and then I'll reply to you. Dr. Imene Benzamouche at gmail.com.
And we will put the link in the replay, like I said earlier. And Marilyn has a 3 series calls that you can choose individually, or if you choose all 3 of them, you get a special price. And one of them is tomorrow, which is dealing with narcissism.
Yes.
Ooh.
Do you have anybody in your life who has to be the center of the universe and you're
Oh.
supposed to just orbit around them?
Maybe one or two.
Yes.
So that's tomorrow, actually the 7th, sorry. And
I think it is tomorrow,
is
isn't
that
it?
tomorrow? No, that's 2 days. The 7th, whenever the 7th of December is.
Okay, that's Thursday. I had it as tomorrow. Well, we got to get clear on that.
Then we have getting over people pleasing.
Yes.
And then wrapping up that series with help for the holidays, DAZE, where people, you in the image is person sitting there like with their hand on their heads, just, oh my gosh. So Marilyn, you, like I said, you can choose one of those calls or all three. Then Marilyn also has an introduction to right recovery for you, the basics, on January 8th. If you are interested in exploring some of what right recovery has to offer you. And then, of course, the four-part series. And, Marilyn's website is marilynbradford.com. And thank you, Fo. She put the link in there. And we also have the link for Instagram, for Imene's Instagram. And Marilyn has recently started up a Telegram chat as well. So you all can join us there. And she also started a membership, a monthly membership last month, all about family. And the name of it is What's Family Got to Do with It? And every month we dive into some different subjects and all, like linking back to family and what family has to do with it. And so many of our points of view, and hot seats and a private Telegram chat for that, and all kinds of great stuff. So Fove is listing all the links. Thank you so much, Fove.
Wow, thank you, Betsy. I know I
love
didn't
that.
have so much coming up. We just do stuff.
I think Marilyn needs the update as well. That's awesome. I love that. I love everything you're creating, Marilyn. And thank you, Betsy. Thank you. That was awesome. And can I just say thank you to the translators and all of the team. You guys are awesome.
Yay. Thank you.
I reiterate that. And thank you so much, Dr. Imene, for this creation. I'm really happy with it. And I look forward to our telecall.
Wait, I mean, if we meet you, it's from a month from now. So you got plenty of time to listen to this one again and again, and then join us if you'd like for the four timesies.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Ciao.